Coach, can you talk about Sorensen when he gets to the NCAA tournament? Seems to really turn it on. Just him in the postseason.
We need to turn it on, and this has been an unusual year for him. This is his third year, and he hasn't had a year like this before. And we're going in this tournament. We're the 5th seed, and we got to giddy up.
What does Gilman, he's obviously undefeated. What does his approach need to be to close the deal here?
Same approach he always has, probably since he was a little kid on the mat. And now he's putting it together. It's been consistent. It's been a dominant run. It's been a good run. And our best wrestling is now.
How tough of a year has this been for Corey, after the shoulder back in December or whatever it was, and kind of fighting through that?
Well, if you recall the comments that we were given from my mouth, from his mouth, from the program's mouth, his injury is not an issue where it's an issue, or his injury was an issue where it was an issue. It was always something that is more preventative and just being smart. And so with him, it's always been about being smart. He's a 5th-year senior. I talked about mileage being out of those guys. There's only been really one instance where, we probably really needed him, and we didn't use him. And when I say that, where you had a marquee matchup team-wise, 2 Titans going at it, big dual meet in Carver Hawkeye Arena, we didn't use him. And we could have used him. But he's been fine. Been no issues with him. It's just being smart about the situation that he had.
How gratifying was it for you to have, Topher qualify in his lone shot that he's really been, given?
Yeah, Topher Carton wrestled his way into the tournament, and good job. And I liked how he was talking when he walked off the mat. I like how he talks when he walks off the mat. He is a very optimistic fellow, and that optimism can serve you well. When you just gotta have a little bit longer memory. He put himself in some hot water in 2 matches at the Big Tens, just being in positions that don't favor him. And his best wrestling, everybody's best wrestling, is when you put yourself in positions that favor you. And so we got to be really smart there. And I liked how he was talking when he walked off the mat, and I liked his demeanor, and I liked his approach really since day one, except now he's in the lineup. He's been consistent. He's been a consistent performer and a consistent worker. And he's demonstrated that he can go with the best talent in the country. And now we got to prove that we can beat the best talent in the country. He can do it.
With Corey, his 3 matches that he lost were all either ors. I mean, really could have came down, and especially the last one, at the end. What do you think of the way he's wrestled this year, and what do you think his prospects are this week?
I think that if you ask him, this is his best time of year. He's a serious customer, but we also have to be ready to go every match. That's the biggest thing. You talk about some of those losses, and they were close. And there's some things that are out of your control there, and you got to get the gap, so wide that when things are out of your control, it doesn't matter anyway. And then control everything and wrestle in your positions and wrestle how you want to wrestle that match, and good things will happen. And the Big Tens, he was a Big Ten champion a year ago. This year he wasn't. I don't know that affects him going into this tournament. He's not one of those guys where he dwells on things. He's a guy that he needs reassurance, maybe just a little nod or something. But he's good to go. He's ready.
Are you a guy that studies the brackets, looks over them really close?
Not really. We have a good staff that does that, and I'm aware of our first round opponents. I don't look too far ahead, and our guys should not be looking too far ahead. And the way that they're wired and the way that their best wrestling has been in the past, it's about getting ready to go each and every match. So to look ahead, silly business. Take care of your match, and then get ready for the next one as it's coming up.
What do you think it will require, knowing the other players in the game, Oklahoma State, Ohio State, Penn State, for you guys to make a run with the team?
We're going to have to wrestle very well in 3 weight classes that aren't seeded. We're going to have to wrestle very well at the 11th seed weight class. We're going to have to wrestle very well at the 4 and the 5 seeded weight classes. And we're going to have to wrestle well at the 1 seeded weight class. And it's going to in the 2 seeded weight class, and then the 3, I forgot the 3 with Brooks. So it's about showing up every match and being ready to go. It's a 3-day tournament, 1 match at a time.
So you have studied the bracket, you know the seeds.
Well, you know the seeds. You know the first round. When you look at the first round in the bracket, it has a seed by the name.
Cash Wilkie getting the news late the way he did. How do you present that as an opportunity to him?
I mean, good for him, and he went forward the right way. He was upset at the world, and feels like some things were let, down a little bit, a little bit of a letdown. And the thing is with him is, all of a sudden, because you didn't take off and go to Mexico and drown your sorrows and alcohol abuse and whatnot, because he's wired the right way and could go forward and realize that the sun came up and stay close to what he's been doing, he's ready to go.